Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings today. We have a trending news here for you, and the headline of the news reads, Father Mbaka in high demand as politicians seek to know their faith. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we would like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news in detail. The social media group of the APC in Benue State has declared that they are hopeful that the present PDP government may likely be changed. The social media group of the All Progressive Congress claimed that controversial cleric Rev.Father Mbaka has told former governor of Benue State and current minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator George Akume, that Emmanuel of the All Progressive Congress will emerge governor of Benue State. According to the Benue APC social media group, Akume met with Mbaka over the controversial trailing the outcome of the governorship election in Benue State. The group claimed Mbaka has, during a meeting with Akume, predicted that Ortom, who is the current governor of Benue State, will be removed, while Emmanuel of the All Progressive Congress would be declared winner of the Benue election at the Supreme Court. Father Mbaka has earlier predicted that Hope Uzodinma of the APC will be declared governor of Imo State, prophecy which came to pass on Tuesday. And we want to read exactly the content of the social media group of APC. It's like from a WhatsApp, and we're going to be reading the content exactly to you. This one says, Rev.Father Mbaka's prophecy that APC will rule Imo State has come to pass today. To God be the glory. Father Mbaka made the same prophecy for my dear state, which was rigged through the deceitful antics of Mr. Tongi, using state resources and finances to buy votes from the already impoverished and vulnerable electorate. God will pay him back. Went further to say that they were using state resources and finances to buy votes from the already impoverished and vulnerable electorate. May God's will be done in my state so as to deliver the good people of Benue State from the shackles of slavery, salary slavery, bailout slavery, MOU slavery, infrastructural slavery, cargo airport slavery, oracle slavery, pensioner slavery, snake farm slavery, and the general slavery of begging, hunger, unemployment, and the slavery of fake and vain use of the word in God we trust to deceive the people of my state. May God deliver my people so that a befitting thief traditional council complex can be provided and the road leading to the palace or residence of the thief can be tarred. Wow, those are the words, and it has generated one or two comments from Nigerians. This one say here, he said, yes, so Akume has gone to meet him yesterday, so probably he will prophesy as expected from him. And another one here says, some of Nigerian politicians are just too dull. Follow. Avek off to Bloomberg News and Trading. News coming from Nigeria is just too embarrassing. My brother, is really embarrassing. This one says, so this is what Mbaka has been reduced to a babalawo. You come to him to get favor. This is not a true man of God. A priest that dine with politicians is just a hustler. Simple. That's a serious one day. This one says, this mockery on Christianity will certainly have consequences. We they hear the wash. A lot is happening. All right, that's what we can take from the response of the people. And we want to look at this issue critically because it's really not good enough for us. But, from inception, politicians and prophets, politicians and Babalawo has always, have that closeness. They're like 5 and 6, And the reason is because most people believe I don't have to spend my money getting into something that I know that at the end of the day, money will not be returned back to me, because it makes no sense for me to get engaged in it and, and nobody returns the money back to me. So sometimes you see them craving to know what's the heartbeat of God concerning this. Okay, can you squeeze the hand of God? Which some of them believe that you can squeeze the hand of God. God will have mercy, to get this thing. So some of the so-called clerics who are men of God, as who are involved in those kind of stuff, who have the grace of hearing from God, sometimes engages them. And, I have been around this kind of people. You realize at the point they become overly forceful. And like, is God not saying anything? And if the man of God is not overly disciplined, he might utter things that will end up making him a liar before people. And I think that is almost what is happening right now. A lot of them know that Father Mbaka is now like he is hearing from God. Whenever he speaks, God honor. And I can assure you that if he doesn't put control to the way these guys are coming and the pressures that they are going to be giving to him, he will likely be hearing something that will bring him a shame of a lifetime. Because I know that if you hang around politicians, I'm not saying this because I have anything against Father Mbaka. Totally. Father Mbaka is a wonderful guy. As long as he's serving God, he's a wonderful guy. But hey, you need to put these guys under check. Don't forget that this kind of thing had happened. Mbaka is not the first person. Many years ago, it has happened. For example, in the Bible days, the Bible talks about Balak and Balaam. Balaam was the prophet of God, and Balak was like a politician also. And he was desiring that the curse of God will come upon Israel. And he now went and met Balaam with some gift and told him, prophesy against the children of Israel. And by the time Balaam went out to prophesy, Balaam was laying blessings on them, and he made him to understand, man, these guys are blessed, so nobody can lay curses on the children of Israel. After a while, what did Balak do? Balak said, there's always a way out of this thing. Bring me more gold and silver, let me give to this prophet of God. Prophet of God, you must prophesy. And after a while, because of who he was, he saw the blessing so much, and he has this love for money, I guess, or love for gold. After a while, he now had to crave deep and get to know that the only way he can turn the hand of God, turn the blessings away, and turn the hand of God, the hand of anger upon the children of Israel, was for the children of Israel to disobey God, which is by what? By getting involved with strange women, and then the wrath of God will come upon them. So what did he do? Tell your people, anyhow they can smuggle in strange women into the midst of the children of Israel, do it, and then you see the whole thing will work against them because they have gone against the command of their God. So at a particular point, if you are not putting yourself under check by restricting certain persons from seeing you, by letting them understand that this is strictly from God. If God is not speaking, please don't put me under pressure. You may end up messing up your relationship with God. And that's why it's overly important. You need to know how you play around these people. Because if you look at certain prophets in Nigeria, that's how they swept them under the carpet, and that was the end of their call or whatever. Some of them are now trying to rejuvenate, now trying to come up, because politicians will give you money. They will bring as much. If they really know that you are interested in money, they will pour money on you. Some of them will beg you. Some of them will do everything. They will stand there and tell you to talk to the president, talk to the Senate president, just to make you know that your profile has changed. But guess what? At the end of the day, you will be dumb as a pack of cards. So one must be, very careful with politicians. So what I have seen, you guys have also seen exactly what I have seen, the social media group, which like WhatsApp and all of that, and you've seen it. So I don't know how true it is, but I know that from where the sources have gotten it, it's really true. So he needs to really check it. If not, he will mess up a great deal.
Well, I'm not surprised that this is happening. I knew that when the last prophecy was on point, he's going to have a lot of politicians coming at his doorstep. You know, it's almost strange these days to get prophecies that are on point. When I mean on point, I mean as he has said it, it came to pass just the way he has said it. You know, a lot of persons go through what they go through, not because they love to, but because they're looking for the right source. Some of them go through spiritism, herbalist and all that. Some of them waste a lot of monies. You know, tell them, don't worry, you win. And at the end of the day, they don't get to it. But you promised, you prophesied, he told me. But this one, glaring of many, he said this as late as early as 31st of December 2019, barely a month after it came to pass. And everybody heard it. The talk went viral. In fact, at some point, some people were saying, please, it's a lie, he didn't say so. Can we see the video? But even he himself, he came up and said, yes, I said so, but I really didn't say there's going to be Supreme Court. But eventually it came to pass. I knew that as soon as that word, his prophecy coming to pass, he's going to have a lot of visitors. And now, RevFather Mbaka by default is now the politician's prophet. So, why waste your money? This politics thing in Nigeria is like a gamble. It's a purchase that have no receipt, and there's no returns really. As in, if you lose, you have winner wins all. So you gotta be very sure that these elections you're moving into, after spending so much, kind of up along, you will win it. So what do? You check the realm of the spirit. Who is that person that sees the realm of the spirit? Either via Babalawo that is on point. The truth of the matter is there's so many prophets out there. There's so many herbalists out there, witch doctors out there. But how many of them genuinely, give you accurate prophecy? And Father Mbaka have proven it so. So this may just be one of the many politicians that will be coming in. And if Nigeria still remains as one, by 2023, Father Mbaka may have his hand very full if he doesn't goof between now and 2023, because I am so sure, just like my colleague have rightly said, there will be pressure upon him to speak even when God have not spoken. And once he has spoken, they say, if Father Mbaka have said it's fine, let's go and sleep. These are some of the mistakes a lot of politicians make, because this man of God spoke, and don't do your homework, just go and sleep to just come to pass and all. But all the same, Father Mbaka has entered one of the few books of accurate prophets. In fact, sometimes some people started comparing him with TB Joshua and the rest, but all it needs is one sleep. And the same people who have called him the greatest prophet will be the same people who call him trash. He should watch his back. And the man have always been known to be very wonderful. Even God knows that man is wonderful. So don't be carried away by the wings of the latest. He's not the latest, the most trending prophet in town. And he should be very careful. Let him not get carried away by the euphoria, because the same Nigeria will come on him if he gets it wrong.
All right, thank you very much. And I think also candid advice to the man of God, if he cares to listen, and that candid advice is, whatever you are saying to these guys, please try not to make it public, because to prevent, a lot of what we saw last time, it wasn't really comfortable. At the point, it seemed as if he was threatened, because for him to come back, I watched the video, I saw it, he prophesied that everybody, let's light the candle for Father Mbaka. He lifted up his hand, and people, let's light the candle for Hope Uzodinma, and, lifted up. So it was clear that, hey, his God had told him that Hope Uzodinma, and thank God he came to back. So right now, his words in the public he must be overly careful, so that a lot of stain will not. Don't even forget that right now there's a lot of stain on him. Some people believe, some prophets even have come out to say that he had a pre-information about what was going to happen. Don't also forget that some people had already said that this one is like grapevine, that the vice president had already gotten this guy. Here you are informed that there were some things going on underground against him. But unfortunately, before he could try correcting it and maybe possibly getting an agreement with the ruling party, it was already late. And that's just grapevine. I just saw it somewhere and read it. And let me just say it.
But he has debunked it too.
Yeah, is it?
Yes, he has debunked it.
Debunked it, and that's
That's his media aide, Laulu, came online and said that the vice president didn't say any such thing, that he doesn't indulge in such. But let's be real. Some way, one way or the other, there is information leakage. But in as much as, his media person has said he didn't say so, we wouldn't have to stick to it then.
Okay, all right. So one must be extremely careful. Father Mbaka, once again, congratulations. But these guys called politicians. Be very careful how you trade with them, because as just my colleague has said, the same mouth that is praising you today, tomorrow they will be blasting you from all angles. And just make sure you read your Bible. Thank you very much. That's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let us interact. What's your position about the most trending prophet in town, Father Mbaka? Do you think that very soon his church will be politician church?